As the Harambe Great Neighborhood Initiative completes its first phase in 2011, the group asks itself questions. How can we sustain our efforts to grow community? How can we better serve Harambe? How can we develop the next wave of leadership? A project from HGNI and Riverworks hints at how those questions will be answered. After completing a mural at the Clinton Rose Center, acclaimed visual artist Ronaldo Hernandez spearheaded a project with a group of neighborhood youth along the Beer Line Trail.
Back in the day, it was called the Beer Line because Slits, Paps, and Blatts, the rail cars would go through this area. Then we learned by doing research the big circus parade in Baraboo would come down and they would stop with all their circus paraphernalia and their animals and the elephants and stop right in the same section.
The youth working on this project found new purpose for the forgotten strip of land, a trail and mural celebrating the rich hidden history. Raven Brandon was one of those youth.
Before we even started, we had to do a lot of research on the area, kind of get a feel for what was here, what used to be here, why we're doing this. We had to do some sketches, planning on what we wanted for the mural.
All ideas come from a vision. So the vision was to fix up this railroad corridor, and it had like 11 tons of garbage was pulled out of it. And then they landscaped the area. They put an asphalt trail along it. So the mural is on the beginning part. Now they have a wrought iron sign that says Beer Line, and the businesses in front help fund it and help supply it.
This project pulled together neighborhood history with investment of community leaders and put it in the hands of the next generation.
I mean, it felt pretty good to know that I was able to contribute to a neighborhood that didn't look as nice before we started, and once we started, it started coming along and looking like something you can be proud of that you were a part of.
Because it has a domino effect. Like when I did a mural on King Drive, my first outdoor mural, the neighbors would see what's going on. They would see the process, and then I come there every day and keep on doing it. Then they see, well, somebody cares, and then they see beauty from the wall. Then the neighbors start cleaning up the vacant lots, so they start fixing their houses up. So that's the effect of it. And then people say, well, there is hope of our neighborhood just from an art project.
The Harambe Great Neighborhood Initiative is proud of what they've cultivated over the last 3 years, pulling together resources, empowering neighbors, and building where there had once been blight. But the work is not done.
You have to remember that during the process, during those 3 years, we also had an economic downturn. So there was a lot of things that happened to this neighborhood that still need to be rectified, and it gives us a map, a roadmap to run on. We've done a lot of housing, but now we need to focus in on jobs, we need to focus in on economic development, and we need to focus in on doing some things for young folks.
We've come a long way. We have a ways to come, but I tell you, we really have, I think, gotten over the hump, and I think we're headed in the right direction, and there's a lot to build on.
Harambe has so much potential. It's a great place with great partners, great investment. For us, Heart and Hope Place was close to a $6 million transaction. So we're here and we're committed. And we don't want our investment to stand alone. So we too become sort of a beacon of hope, of possibilities, because we will look to do things in the adjacent blocks and neighborhood to make it stronger.
The community and HGNI are ready for what's next. Partners and residents have drafted a 2 to 5 year plan, building on the strong foundation they put in place with support from Thrivent Builds Neighborhoods with Habitat for Humanity and Local Initiative Support Corporation. Pulling together is not just a slogan for Harambe, it's how the community finds solutions to problems from within. A chorus of voices coming together in unison. Harambe is not just standing together, it's growing together.
I think if it lives up to the potential, and it will live up to the potential that I see, that it'd be a decent, safe place for people to come and live, to raise their families, and it'd be an area where you have, a diversity of people.
That would be my hope for the community, that we begin to share with one another our everyday lives.
There's so much at stake in being and having this all work out and being positive. I think that if we look at the past and what this neighborhood was and how vibrant it was and how important it was to the larger community, not only the African American community but the larger community, I think we can recreate that. I think we can bring that back.